Hello, ARMY! Welcome back to BTS K-pop Vibes, your #1 source for the latest BTS updates, viral moments, and breaking stories straight from Seoul. If you love staying ahead of everything about the boys, you are absolutely in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and now let's dive straight into today's story. Taehyung grabbed Jungkook by the neck and almost kissed him in front of everyone. In the middle of an event where cameras were rolling and millions of eyes were watching attentively, Taehyung grabbed Jungkook by the neck and got so close that their lips were just millimeters away from touching. There was no laughter to cover up the gesture, nor any words to explain it away. Just two people in complete silence, sharing a moment that felt destined by fate itself. The most significant thing about that moment was that neither of them displayed any discomfort at all. Jungkook showed no signs of pulling away. His expression stayed completely serene and unsurprised. Taehyung, on his side, made no effort to hide his intentions. He took hold of him firmly and held on. It wasn't a quick or accidental move. Although some people have tried to dismiss the action as part of a performance or show, Jungkook has stated on multiple occasions that he doesn't like fan service. He has been straightforward in interviews and live broadcasts. He doesn't pretend or fake things. So, if this wasn't an act, what we witnessed is a clear indication of something far more genuine, an expression that requires no labels to define it. If Jungkook doesn't perform and Taehyung doesn't restrain himself, the true meaning of the gesture speaks volumes on its own. You also have to pay attention to the details. The way Jungkook looked back at him, his body remained still, without any tension whatsoever. There were no movements indicating rejection, no laughter to diffuse the intensity. It all felt entirely natural. For Taehyung fans, these kinds of gestures aren't unfamiliar, but they hold great importance. This moment wasn't playful or staged. It was a deliberate action that demonstrated just how deeply they understand each other without needing any words. Jungkook permitted this closeness because nothing about it made him uneasy, and Taehyung proceeded with full confidence that the other would welcome it. When Jungkook mentioned live that he sleeps and has breakfast with Taehyung, he left absolutely no room for doubt. Taehyung is no longer concealing anything. In a broadcast viewed by millions, Jungkook made a statement that didn't escape notice. He said he sleeps with Taehyung and that they also have breakfast together. He didn't say it in a joking manner, nor did he take it back afterward. He simply presented it as something ordinary, like a regular habit between them. This moment wasn't an error or a slip of the tongue. It was a completely unfiltered revelation. Although the statement might seem minor, its significance is immense. It reveals an intimate daily routine that only makes sense in the context of a profound and ongoing relationship between two people. The fact that Jungkook mentioned it so calmly shows he feels no need to conceal anything. This kind of openness is no coincidence. These sorts of moments, where Taehyung expresses himself boldly and without any filters, carry far more weight than any over-the-top or rehearsed gesture. In them, the truth emerges naturally and effortlessly. There's a type of sincerity that only surfaces when the camera is rolling, yet they completely forget they're being observed. These little details are what most strongly reinforce what Taehyung and Jungkook have always understood, that the connection between them is real, powerful, and alive even in the most ordinary parts of their daily lives. He sleeps with him. He has breakfast with him. What more can anyone say about the importance of another person in their life? The interesting part is that these revelations don't occur when they're alone, but right in the presence of the other members of the group. They do it openly in front of everyone, without any fear of how it might appear or sound. This strengthens a powerful idea. They don't hide anything. Their relationship is displayed through small gestures that, when combined, create constant evidence. The fact that Jungkook would say that in the middle of a group setting, with all the members there, and in front of millions of viewers, demonstrates the level of security and trust that exists in his relationship with Taehyung. There's no shame involved, no need for secrecy. When Taehyung avoided looking at Jungkook to avoid losing the game, it became obvious that their connection goes far beyond the ordinary. Even a simple glance can cause him to surrender. In many moments throughout their history, Jungkook and Taehyung have shown that their gazes carry their own unique language. It's not something forced or performed, but rather natural reactions that happen whenever their eyes meet. In one episode of Run BTS, there was a situation that highlighted this even more strikingly. Taehyung had to avoid looking at Jungkook in order not to lose the game, but even then, his body couldn't fully resist. He tried to stay focused and avoid that familiar gaze, but when he finally met it, continuing became impossible. That moment revealed an essential truth. Between them, the gaze is not merely visual, it's deeply emotional, intimate, and revealing. These kinds of gestures between the two require no words to be understood. Each instance of eye contact carries a message, a shared history, a feeling. It's as if the entire world around them pauses for a moment. Even amid activities, jokes, or games, they always end up locking eyes. This visual connection appears repeatedly in interviews, concerts, and behind-the-scenes footage. Even when surrounded by many people, eye contact happens inevitably. This proves it's no accident. It's part of a dynamic they've developed together over many years. The gaze they share is not just a way of looking, it's also a way of truly recognizing one another. When one looks at the other, there's always a brief pause. The pace shifts. Their surroundings fade for a few seconds. This is noticeable not only to longtime followers of their relationship, but also to those just discovering them. The energy they exchange is so intense that it can be felt even through a screen. And this is not a one-time occurrence. This pattern repeats across many different contexts, confirming that their connection is strong and unwavering. For years, people have searched for signs between Taehyung and Jungkook, but there are moments where theories become unnecessary because the actions themselves speak clearly. This scene in which Taehyung takes Jungkook by the neck and pulls him gently but purposefully closer is one of those undeniable moments. It's impossible to overlook what was captured, a connection that cannot be faked. Many try to downplay this scene as an act or a tactic for the audience, but that explanation falls apart when you recall one crucial fact. Jungkook doesn't engage in fan service. He said it himself. He doesn't like pretending. He doesn't like acting to make others believe something untrue. That's exactly why when you see Jungkook so comfortable in a moment like this, the only logical conclusion is that he's being completely sincere. Taehyung, on his side, made no effort to hide his intentions. He took hold of him firmly and held on.
He did it with complete confidence, as though he was accustomed to that level of closeness with Jungkook. It wasn't a clumsy or spontaneous gesture, it was something that had likely happened before, perhaps privately. But this time it happened publicly, and that changes everything. When someone allows you to touch them so directly on the neck, without flinching, without getting upset, without turning it into a joke, it demonstrates total trust. The body doesn't lie, and in that instant, Jungkook's body stayed steady and calm. He remained right there, and that says everything. The camera captured it from the perfect angle. There were no edits, no alterations. It simply showed two people sharing an intimate moment right in front of everyone. And that's what shocked so many people the most, because if it had truly been planned or staged, it would have appeared differently. But what was seen felt authentic. Taekook fans noticed it immediately from the very first second. It wasn't just the gesture itself, it was the entire backstory behind that gesture. Years filled with similar moments, small actions, prolonged glances, repeated gestures. And now this scene confirms everything, because when Jungkook doesn't pull away, he's communicating without words that what happens there is completely natural. These kinds of approaches can't keep happening unless there are real feelings involved. No one grabs another person by the neck and brings their face close unintentionally, and no one allows such a gesture unless they truly want it. That's precisely what became clear in this scene. There's no doubt that both of them are on the same wavelength, that they understand each other, respect each other, and no longer wish to conceal it. For anyone still harboring doubts, there's no need for debate. Just watch that scene again. The The way Taehyung holds him, the minimal distance between their faces, the extended time that passes without either moving away. All of that serves as direct evidence of what many have long known, that what they're sharing is real, and they display it without any fear. The relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook hasn't required dramatic scenes to become obvious. What they've consistently shown has been a steady presence by each other's side. From their earliest days to the most recent moments, there's a clear pattern. They're always together, seeking each other out with their eyes, understanding one another without needing speech. This kind of connection doesn't emerge randomly. It's built gradually over time, through shared habits and a genuine bond. When you examine their story from the start, it's easy to recognize that what exists between them goes much deeper than mere coincidences. No matter how many other members are present in the scene, Jungkook and Taehyung always manage to stay close. One of the things that stands out most among Taekook fans is how they behave when they believe no one is paying attention. They don't need to draw focus because their natural way of being together speaks for itself. The effortless manner in which they share space, the subtle touches, or even the comfortable silences between them convey a relationship rooted in trust and routine. If someone has breakfast with you every day and also sleeps with you, that reveals far more than any carefully worded statement ever could. These are details that cannot be manufactured. They only arise from constant shared living. Another important aspect is that despite their gestures being scrutinized for years, they've never felt compelled to strongly deny anything. On the contrary, they've always permitted those hints to remain, even knowing how they would be interpreted. Jungkook, for instance, hasn't avoided discussing his closeness with Taehyung. He's brought it up on live streams, in interviews, during games, without any unease. And Taehyung hasn't pulled away either. Both have let the narrative develop, not through hollow words, but through ongoing actions. That consistency is what makes everything logical. Furthermore, when observing their interactions within the group, the difference in Taehyung's relationship with Jungkook compared to the others becomes even more apparent. The way they gaze at each other, how they respond to each other's comments, and even how they sit or lean against each other in public always carries a unique tone. The degree of trust, comfort, and attentiveness between them stands out distinctly. No matter the setting, award shows, concerts, interviews, or casual occasions, Jungkook and Taehyung always reflect a more intimate bond. The connection between Jungkook and Taehyung hasn't just been consistent, it has also endured all sorts of criticism. Over the years, many have attempted to reinterpret their gestures, labeling them as misunderstandings or overreactions. Yet every new moment they share reaffirms that their relationship keeps evolving. They have never ceased showing their authentic selves, even when aware that critics are searching for reasons to attack them. This choice to continue as they always have demonstrates their confidence in what they share and their indifference to outside opinions. There are countless ways to deny a relationship, but Jungkook and Taehyung choose none of them. Instead of hiding things, they keep doing exactly what they've always done, spending time together, gazing intently at one another, displaying affection publicly. They do this not just occasionally, but constantly. Rather than creating distance out of fear of backlash, they remain close. This repeated behavior shows that their connection isn't merely real, it's resilient. There's no need for additional proof when the evidence is so evident. It's also obvious that they're not putting on a show for the audience. What they display is simply part of their everyday routine, from having breakfast together to spontaneous moments like sleeping side by side. Their closeness has become an integral part of who they are. They don't need grand announcements because their way of existing together already communicates everything. Taekook fans don't read into meaningless details. They simply observe what's plainly visible to everyone. A pair who has sustained their bond with unwavering consistency and confidence, regardless of the circumstances. Despite the negativity they occasionally face, they keep moving forward. They don't hide, they don't alter how they treat each other, and they never stop creating those special moments that make their story so unique. Every gesture, every word, and every shared appearance acts as confirmation of a relationship that continues to progress. Some people attempt to deny what's obvious, but meanwhile, Taekook remains present, steadfast, and growing even stronger. JUNGKOOK and Taehyung haven't allowed time to diminish what they have. On the contrary, each new appearance reinforces the story that many already recognize. The most crucial element is that they have never stopped presenting themselves authentically, without fear and without concealment. That level of openness can't exist without deep security. Being together every day with millions watching and still behaving exactly as always proves that their connection doesn't rely on others' approval. It relies solely on them.